The master plan was prepared and ratified by the Residents' Assembly on July 28, 1999. The master plan is a document that was created to obtain for Auroville the protection it needs for its development. It was always meant to be followed by a detailed development planning. It was then sent to the governing board, which formally approved it with some changes, and presented to the Ministry of Human Resources Development in February 2001. This version of the master plan was called the Auroville Universal Township Master Plan, Perspective 2025. It was gazetted by the Auroville Foundation several years later on August 16, 2010. This gazetted master plan is different in several ways from the master plan which was approved by Auroville's Residents' Assembly on the 7th of December 1999. The gazetted master plan differed from the approved master plan of 1999 in one major aspect, that of road width and section. In India, the authorities that recognize a master plan are the Town and Country Planning Organization and the Ministry of Urban Development. Each state of India has a TCPO in its state capital. Recognition of a master plan is a state subject under the 9th schedule of the Constitution, and Auroville is in Tamil Nadu. The Auroville Master Plan has never been recognized by the national TCPO in Delhi or by the Tamil Nadu government. This master plan is based on the notion of galaxy, which is a concept created by the renowned French architect Roger Anger, appointed by the mother to design the city of Auroville based on her original 1965 conception. From 1966 to 1968, different concepts are presented to the mother by Roger Anger. Roger Anger provided to the mother several drawings as a concept for the city. The drawing called the Galaxy received the blessing of the mother. Roger Anger has provided the concept of the Galaxy with a list of non-negotiables for the town planning and development, which is part of the mandate of l'Avenir. L'Avenir d'Auroville is the former Town Development Council, a group appointed by the Resident Assembly to coordinate the work on planning and development. The Galaxy concept incorporates mother sketch of the 4 zones for the city: residential, cultural, industrial, and international. The city is surrounded by the Green Belt and has a peace area in the center with the Matterhorn deer. The geographical center of Auroville is the banyan tree.
Je crois que c'est à la base même du principe d'Auroville. Si les gens qui viennent faire cette profession de foi ne sont pas capables de construire leur propre environnement, ça voudrait dire qu'Auroville est un échec. C'est essentiel que ça soit construit au niveau de l'expérience individuelle. L'important, c'est pas de construire une ville, c'est de construire, encore une fois, des hommes nouveaux. À partir de là, quel est le délai, quel est le temps qu'il faudra? Seul, peut-être, l'avenir va nous l'apprendre, j'espère rapidement.
Oui, autrement dit, Auroville et les hommes nouveaux s'élaborent ensemble.
Sans doute, c'est évident.
The master plan is not a tool for implementation. The Master Plan Perspective 2025 provides a policy framework that will serve as a guide in the preparation of 5 years development plans and annual plans for implementation of the proposals. Part 1 describes the existing scenario and lays down the imperatives for development. Part 2 lays down principles and directions for long-term growth and gives development proposals to make Auroville the most eco-friendly city. It lays down broad policies in terms of land utilization, residential densities, and qualitative and quantitative aspects of infrastructure development. Part 3 gives the development promotion regulations and the procedures to be adopted for development. Although the Master Plan Perspective 2025 indicates a time horizon of 25 years, it will neither be traditional nor static and rigid. In the framework of Perspective 2025, the planning group would prepare a detailed 5-year development plan containing the priority items to be taken up for development. The master plan clearly states in its preamble that it provides a policy framework which will serve as a guide in the preparation of the 5-year development plans and annual plans for implementation of proposals. Elsewhere in the same document, it is stated that the planning group will be responsible for the preparation of the 5-year development plans, followed by annual plans, layout plans, and detailed schemes. The implementation and monitoring of the project will be the responsibility of the concerned Aurovillian groups through their project leaders. The overall coordination and monitoring of the work will be the responsibility of the planning group. Development and environmental activities will be strengthened through a participatory environmental management process which will be integrated in all development, planning, and urban design elements.
The thing that I found was that Roger's plan of galaxy, to me, it suggests whole lot of visions. Visions of connectivity, potentials, diversities, huge amount of choices, including the potentials of getting a place for everybody. So it was really the city of the universe. So we are not talking of galaxy as a building, as a model. Galaxy is notional. The vision of the mother was notional. Auroville was notional. We are trying to say, what is that notion? Then how do we bring it back down into this place? So we will talk about then scarcity of water, maybe pollution of some kind, then we'll talk about lack of funds, then maybe we can talk about the plan, etc. And we can go on working all the time. Auroville has done, the people have done a lot of homework on the actual site of Auroville. So that is not the issue. So I think the most important thing is integration, connectivity, relationships, and diverse scales and opportunities. So it is not only the land, but it is ecology. The whole ecosystem gets connected. And when you get connected to this ecosystem, you will find that whole world, I mean, everybody in every discipline, whatever they are in, every age group, skilled and unskilled people, they come and they discuss about life and how to create meaning in life.
Several planning groups with 3-year terms under different names such as the Development Group, Auroville Planning and Development Committee, and L'Avenir d'Auroville have been working on the planning and development of Auroville. The members of these groups were selected by the Resident Assembly under the prevailing selection processes. In 2011, the Governing Board issued a standing order to constitute the Town Development Council in consultation with the Resident Assembly through the Working Committee for the purpose of implementing the master plan, which includes planning, developing, and building the township, socio-economic planning and development, implementing and monitoring development plans, and mobilizing the resources and funding the planning and development of the township. The standing order stated that the Town Development Council shall consist of a maximum of 15 members nominated by the Residents' Assembly through the Working Committee from amongst the residents. 13 members would represent functional areas such as town planning, urban design, and so on, and 2 members will be nominated by the Governing Board and the Working Committee. The Town Development Council will have 3 office bearers, 1 chairperson, 1 member secretary, and 1 member in charge of finances and accounts. The Governing Board nominated Dr. Balkrishna Vital Das Doshi as its nominee to the Town Development Council. The Town Development Council was free to elect the office bearers from themselves, and the term of office of a member was 4 years. The Governing Board also constituted a Town Development Council advisory group to advise the Governing Board and Town Development Council on the preparation of detailed development plans. The Town Development Council was accountable to the Governing Board through the Working Committee and was required to publish annual reports on progress. Office orders were issued based on the standing order to constitute the Town Development Council with members selected by the Resident Assembly and recommended by the Working Committee. From 2001 till date, Different studies for planning and development are worked on by Aurovillians with expertise and outside consultant. Many studies have been completed over the years, but very few of them went through the residence assembly process, and almost none have been taken forward. As per the master plan, a 5-year development plans and annual plans are to be presented to the resident assembly by the Auroville Town Development Council. As of today, it has never happened. No detailed development plan has ever been submitted to the resident assembly.